step into the dark side. Hey guys, welcome back to PowerZone Media. I'm Kevsta, and today we'll be looking at our picks for the top 6 anime good guys who turned evil. Whatever the reason may be, these characters were forced from being goody two-shoes to evil badasses. You either love them or you hate them. But you know what we would love? If you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss any of our awesome anime content. Without further ado, let's get into it. Number 6. Kabuto Yakushi from Naruto. Where better to begin than with the double-crossing ninja spy Kabuto Yakushi, Orochimaru's henchman. While there are at least 10 other characters who change sides mid-series, one often goes overlooked is Kabuto. Since the majority of Orochimaru's plans involve murdering children in pursuit of immortality, one might expect that anybody on his side would be pretty evil themselves. But Kabuto wasn't always that way. At first, he was just an orphan who Orochimaru personally raised. After he noticed the boy's scientific acumen, he was slowly drawn into the criminal activity because one of the adults who ever acted like they cared about him just manipulated his feelings. Number 5. Straight Soul from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Honestly, turning evil was probably the right move for this guy. At least now he'll always be the villain that introduced us to the majestic awesomeness that is Joseph Joestar, as opposed to some generic chap who survived the events of Phantom Blood. Deciding to take the power of the stone mask for himself, Straight Soul turned himself into a vampire before deciding to get rid of the one man who could defeat him. Alas, he proved no match for Joseph's cunning and uncanny ability to pull victories out of seemingly nowhere. Number 4. Sosuke Aizen from Bleach. Well, this guy was secretly a villain from the very beginning, but most viewers aren't introduced to this until a major plot twist occurs. At least, he seems like a nice guy who was totally dedicated to the Soul Society. He's a bit of a stickler about rules, but acting lawfully doesn't make someone a villain. As it turns out, his whole persona was a front meant to disguise his true intention, which was to crush the Soul Society. His plan was set in motion when he faked his own death, implicating Soul Society's newest members, Ichigo and his friends, as potential murder suspects in the process. Ingenious. Number 3. Lelouch Lampe Rouge from Code Geass. Lelouch starts off with a noble goal. He wants to free Japan from the grasps of Britannia, a fictional empire based loosely on a real country with a similar name that loves to invade and conquer other places. Unfortunately, to free people from subjugation, Lelouch has to compromise his morals. Often compared to Light Yagami for his descent into evil, Lelouch is willing to lie to his followers, go back on his word, and betray his friends to get his way. His goalpost shifts and he starts to care more about gaining power for himself. He is even willing to abandon his disabled sister Nanali, who he desperately loves, in pursuit. Number 2. Light Yagami from Death Note. At the start of the series, Light Yagami is an ordinary teenage boy with a strong sense of justice. One day he picks up a magical notebook that lets him kill anyone whose name he writes down. He's initially reluctant to use it, however he quickly decides to put his newfound power to use and starts taking out criminals. His motives are pure, if dangerously misguided, and he genuinely believes that he's making the world a better place. Soon, Light begins to do things that are inarguably unjust. He starts killing people who haven't even done anything wrong, just because they stand in his way. He even considers letting his sister die to avoid getting caught. The Light Yagami from the beginning of the series would be disgusted by the person he'd become. And at number 1 we have Griffith from Berserk. Of course, it's Griffith. This White Hawk may have pulled some shady stuff in order to improve his political standing and win the king's favor, but he still was shown to have a deep appreciation for the Band of the Hawk, as well as his newfound friendship with Guts. At least he did, until he sacrificed them all to become a member of the God Hand. The final nail in the coffin began when he made Guts watch as he violated Casca. Damn, that's evil. That's all for today, guys. Be sure to leave a like if you agree with our picks and comment down below if we missed out on any of your favorite good anime characters gone bad. Until next time, stay powered up.